lot of people are playing Deadlock right now. I mean a lot. In fact, I'm playing this game right now whilst making this video. Now, if you don't know what the game Deadlock is, or you have been living under a rock for past couple of months or so the Deadlock is Valve's new game. Yeah, it's a PvP plus FPS plus MOBA kind of mixture. So it's like best of both worlds from MOBA and FPS with some amount of Bioshock vibes to it. So the basic gist is it's set up in a future dystopian world where two factions are fighting each other for the control of the world. So this forms the basics of the game. You will be belonging to either one of these teams. Remember when I said it has some kind of MOBA elements to it? So what I mean by that was that each team has 4 lanes. The purple, the blue, the orange and the yellow. And each of the 4 lanes has couple of towers in it. The first, the guardian, the walker, then the friendly base guardian, and after that 2 shrines, and then you'll eventually reach their main base, which is called as Patreon or Shrine from Dota 2 if you have ever played Dota 2. So that's your objective. Destroy the towers, reach the base, destroy their Patreon, and there you go, you won the game. But not so easily. If it was that simple, nobody would have been playing this game. This would have been a whole lot of nothing. But it's not. As you can see by Steam chart numbers, the amount of players playing this game is just astonishing, given this is a playtest game, where the only way you could play this game is to get a playtest invitation from your friends or somewhere from the Discord community where players are giving invites to other Steam users or whoever adds them on Steam. You could find a lot of communities like that. And given all this and the number of people playing this game, makes me wonder what's in these games which makes it so special that even in its early phases, where the game supposedly just playable, you could see so many people playing it. And there isn't even a rank, for God's sake. People are just playing casual games. And some people are saying that the MMR is being calculated in the background, but that's just whole another story. So today we're gonna see how Deadlock is so addicting and you could easily get hooked to it, even without it having a ranked mode. Yeah, that's what we do, right? We just grind for ranks and that's what keep you hooked to this PvP kind of games. Like who's gonna play Valorant if there is no Immortal or even Radiant to reach for? So there are a couple of heroes to play around in this game. I mean sure you can attach them traditional role like carry, healer, or support or tank, but in my opinion any of these heroes could get deadly in the late game and absolutely smack you in the face. But for new players, the Valve did the job of putting a tag on each hero saying that this would be good for your first playthrough or for new players. Now I'm not gonna deep dive into each of the heroes and their abilities, but just so you know, each of these heroes has 4 abilities each, which let them do a lot of things, from stunning, from flying, from turning into literal sniper. I don't know, a lot of good and weird abilities which could shape up the game in various ways. Now each of the heroes has few attributes, the first one being the weapon, which changes your base weapon damage or your ammo size, even your bullet speed. Second one being vitality, which changes your base health, your lifesteal, even your movement speed. And third one being the spirit, which amplifies a lot of your spells or sometimes even your weapon damage, depending on what kind of hero you are playing. And you can modify a lot of these attributes whilst you are playing this game by getting a lot of different kind of items, which opens up infinite possible ways to play this game. Now you have chosen your hero. What's next? As soon as the game starts, the game itself will assign you one of the lanes, and it might even pair you up with one of your teammates or even your own friend you are playing with. Now start the laning phase. Like all the MOBAs in the world, your main objective right here is to get all the last hit on the creeps, and also try to deny the enemy last hits. By last hitting the creeps, you will gain souls, which basically the goal of the Deadlock. But also souls are important for leveling up your character, because earning certain amount of souls will award you with a power point, which then you can invest into one of your abilities. So last hits are done little different here. What do I mean by that? Sure, if you kill a creep, that is considered as a last hit, but you will get only half of the souls. As you can see, as soon as you kill a creep, there will be a soul or which will be floating above it, And if you shoot that orb, you will get the other half of the souls. But remember, the enemy also can shoot your soul orb and get all the souls for himself, denying the amount of souls you get and the experience from it. But none of your enemies or even you hit the soul orb, eventually it will blast itself and you will get the rest of the souls. So this is how the last hits and deny works in this game. They try to deny enemies soul orbs, they try to deny yours. You can do chip damage on your enemies or even try to kill them, or even try to damage their own tower whilst protecting your own. And there are a lot of small games like mini games which will be happening during laning phase, but I am not gonna discuss that today since it's a very complex game. Now also to be noted that there are no traditional roles like you will be a jungler, you will be a carry, you will be a mid laner. It's just whole lot of randomness, and that's what makes this game a lot interesting. Now in general, the laning phase ends when you get to your ultimate ability or get one of your enemy towers or your own tower is destroyed. And afterwards, depending on your team composition, you could try to make certain plays in different lanes or just try farming the lane you are in and try to get the souls. Now speaking of souls, yeah, you have gathered it. What's up with that? So remember when I said that you can modify your different kind of attributes? Yeah, souls are the way to do that. So you could spend the souls in the item shops to get certain kind of items. The items could be ranging from increasing your headshot damage or magazine size or lifesteal from your bullets or even your abilities. The later the game, the expensive are the items and the more impact they have. And also the items are clearly labeled as to what they change. If they change your weapon attributes or even vitality attributes or even your spirit, which will amplify your spells. There are shit ton of items in this game. It's very hard to wrap your head around. So I would suggest go to the builds tab and get any one of your popular builds or the builds you might have seen on social media, and that should just work fine. Now this is also another aspect of the game which makes it a lot easier to play. So we have covered heroes, the laning phase and the itemization. What about the map? Now there are no clearly marked lanes as to like safe lanes or off lane or mid lane. Sure, some lanes are closer to your base, which makes it a lot easier to get back to base and heal up and come back. Maybe that could be considered as a safe lane. I'm not entirely sure about that. Now the map is littered with high buildings, the basements, and also there are creep camps as usual in the MOBAs. And also I was surprised by the amount of verticality you have in this game. There are these ropeways which you could use to climb up on the buildings. There are these jump pads on the top of the building which could make your traversal a whole lot easier and very fast. And also these zip lines which are used to go to and from your base, or can be even used as a method of traversing the map. The length of the zipline is determined by the length of your lane, like how much you have pushed that particular lane. Apart from this, there are also some things called smoke screens. I don't know what exactly to say them, but this blocks the one-way vision in the map, which can lead to many interesting plays where the enemy might see you or you might see enemy, but you will be not able to see each other. And also there is a thing called souls urn which spawns after a certain amount of time periodically, and if you deliver that souls urn, you get a bunch of souls. Yeah, that's why it's a souls urn. I know, it's crazy. Now delivering it is not easy as it seems, since if you pick up the souls urn, all of your abilities and your weapon will be disabled, and in turn you will get the increased speed. That's about it. So you can look at this as a huge boost to your economy, at the same time being a very risky play. I have seen in some of games that one of my teammates delivered a soul urn which changed the entire plot of the game. Like I was able to afford that one item which was able to turn the game around. And also there is a mid monster. So it respawns periodically, and if you kill it you will get a rejuvenator which boosts the stats of the entire team, and apart from that you will also get a one-time respawn time reduction. Now to kill this monster, it's not that easy. You'll need your entire team right there or the most of it, and apart from that, while killing this monster, if it gets down to half of itself, it will do a huge big loud noise telling the entire map that hey, there are team that is killing me right here. And also it's not like as soon as you kill it you will get the rejuvenator. The rejuvenator will slowly start dropping down and you need to melee hit it to get the rejuvenator. And this makes that if the enemy team hits it, there it goes. So the things like Soul Sword or the Rejuvenator could make a large impact in the game. So this is also another aspect which makes these games a lot interesting. It's like they have placed like small objectives on the map which could lead to many small or big plays around these areas, making the flow of the game a lot interesting and not just like go push this lane, kill the creeps, kill the towers. So yeah. Now, the last thing and also the most important thing about this game, the gameplay. As you guys remember, this is also a shooter game. Each hero has their unique weapons, ranging from a SMG or a burst rifle or even a sniper. There is no shooting error whilst you move in this game, which makes this game a lot easier to play since there is a one less thing to care about or to keep your mind on. And also, you have to manage your stamina. IMO, the stamina is most important thing in this game. It could make or break your play. Like you can sprint or jump in this game and each of this action will use 1 bar of stamina. But correct combo of sprint and the jumps or sprint jump sprint or sprint jump jump could create a distance between you and enemy team if you are low on health or just want to play in the backlines, or could cover the distance between your enemy and you if you want to go for that kill. Like you could become this sneaky little character with 5 bar of stamina, which the enemy team could just dream of catching, and you can just go in and out of the fights, making yourself a pain in the ass for the enemy team. So overall, the gameplay of this game is pretty good and pretty interesting, although it's not like something game changing, but getting aspects from MOBA and the shooter and combining them into one, it's a whole another different beast. Now, coming to the concerns of these games, it could be easily mitigated by saying that this is still in very early development. There are a lot of rooms ahead, but just to put my word out there, the toxicity. Yeah, like any other PvPs, the toxicity has slowly started to creep in this game, and it would be a better idea if we control it from the start of the game. Otherwise, at the end, it could become very worse when the game releases, or even the later phases of this game. And also some of the heroes or items are mad broken, honestly. So balancing is a thing they could work on. So overall, it's a very impressive game. It's still in early phases of its development, and for that, this is damn good. The characters, the map, and the whole like MOBA and shooter mixture is pretty good. I really have high hopes for this game, and I might even change my go-to game from Valorant to Deadlock if they play their cards right. So yeah, that's about it. I could straight up talk 2 hours about this game, but I was just trying to keep this video very short. And if anyone like a playtest invitation, please drop a comment below. And yeah, if you like this video, please consider liking or even subscribing. I'll see you next video.